Welcome to day 3 from our 10-day pranayama breathing technique challenge. Today we'll be focusing on Shitali breath. Basically in Sanskrit this means cooling, so it's the opposite of what we did yesterday in Ujjayi breath, where it was all about the heat. This type of breath helps calm the mind, it reduces stress, and focuses on releasing that fight or flight response. It cools the body, so it's great when you have elevated temperature, and also lowers the blood pressure. It has also shown that it has an effect on those who suffer from hyperacidity, as it also allows to release any control over hunger and thirst. So it has a very calming effect on the whole nervous system, and especially focusing on that parasympathetic nervous system, which also includes the muscular relaxation. So it's great to do at the time when you're feeling hot, when you're aggravated, when you're nervous, when you're angry, and you really just want to cool down. When you really just want to relax your whole body, but also create some cooling effect. So, find a comfortable seated pose, seated on a mat, on a chair, or perhaps on your bed, but make sure that your spine is lengthened and erect. Take a moment to tune into the present. You can close your eyes if that feels good, and relax your hands over the lap, or perhaps over your knees if you're seated cross-legged. So take a moment to tune into your natural breath. Notice how you're inhaling and exhaling today. Notice if there are any differences between that inhalation and exhalation. And also about the quality of your breath today. Is it deep? Is it shallow? As we've started to focus more on our breath the last few days, notice any differences. Perhaps now your natural breath is a little bit more deep and a little bit more focused, and a little bit slower, so not so quick on the chest when we tend to do that when we're aggravated and nervous and stressed and anxious. So we're going to cool all of that down today. Keep focusing on that natural breath. If a thought passes by, acknowledge it, let it be, and let it go. Continue focusing on that breath again. A couple more breaths here. Ready, very gently. We're going to open our eyes if your eyes are closed. We're going to practice a little bit of a technique before we get into that breath. So this breath requires to use the tongue, something that we don't really use on our day-to-day basis in the way that it's used. So it might feel a little bit odd in the beginning, but don't feel embarrassed. Practice maybe perhaps on your own at first, maybe in your room where other people cannot see if you feel embarrassed, but it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Actually, even more, it's something that we should be sharing with others, and it will really help people, especially those who tend to suffer from that anger and frustration and nervousness or even anxiety on their day-to-day basis. So, the way that this technique is done is by extending the tongue out as we inhale. We're going to curl the tongue in, allowing to make a passageway for the air to flow in through. You will immediately notice that coolness coming in through, feeling it all the way inside your mouth. And then as you exhale, you're going to close your lips together. The tip of the tongue will go to the top of the roof of your palate and behind your teeth. And as you exhale, that coolness will start to come out through the nose. So we're accumulating that inhalation, that coolness all the way through the body, and taking your time to exhale. In fact, in this type of breathing, we inhale for about 4 counts, exhale for 8 counts. So we really want that breath to take time to come out, because we really want the coolness to reach every part of our body. So take a moment here, tune into yourself. We're going to inhale as we stick out our tongue. Curl your tongue in if you can. And as you exhale, bring the lips together, out through the nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So as you exhale, make sure every part of your breath is coming out until the very end. And then inhale again through the mouth. Now, of course, not everyone is capable of doing that curl in. This is something genetical. So if you're unable to do it, there's another version where we use our teeth instead. It's called Sitkari. So basically what you will be doing is just putting the teeth together and then inhaling through the teeth. And as you exhale the same way, bring the lips together, tip of the tongue in the back of the top teeth, and then exhale through the nose. So you can try that in this way. Inhale. do a couple of rounds, perhaps up to 10. If you are truly unable to do that curl in, then you can try the other version with the teeth. Or if you want and you can do the curl, then you can focus on that curl, or you can use both. It's entirely up to you. Test it out, see how you feel about it, and then let me know. So enjoy your day 3.